Empowered to Connect is an initiative created by Dr. Karyn Purvis and myself and my wife. And our goal is to provide practical tools and resources to families as well as adoption and foster care ministries in the church. For quite a while, one of our hopes has been that we would see more and more local churches of various denominations, of various sizes across the country begin to understand that in order to create a healthy and vibrant and sustainable adoption culture in their church, they needed to bring to bear this type of support, the type of resources, the type of tools that parents need in order to be successful. And what I mean by successful is in order to help their kids heal and become whole.
I am absolutely overjoyed about the Empowered to Connect initiative. A couple of years ago, Michael and Amy Monroe and I started talking about how great and how wonderful for the church to be called to the ministry, but we weren't ready. And we were watching families that were bringing children home from hard places, and the families were crashing and burning and wondering if God abandoned them. And we know that it's God's plan to equip us. And this opportunity to equip the church to do the ministry that's the church's ministry is absolutely among the greatest joys that I have. To empower families, to equip families, to give them practical tools, to help them develop and cultivate a family of faith, to develop in their church bodies and in our church across the world an adoption culture that is healing. These are enormous gifts, not only to the child from the hard place, but to every believer.
Our families have found a lot of hope and a lot of the resources that they really need to help their children from Dr. Purvis's work. She's been working for over 10 years at TCU Institute of Child Development to really understand the needs of children from hard places and how parents can connect with them to help them heal and become whole. Empowered to Connect is really focused on providing many of those tools and resources to churches and to families of faith so that they have at their disposal those resources in order to fulfill the calling that God has placed on them to make the church a safe place, to make the church a place of learning, to make the church a place of healing for adoptive and foster families.
We've spent 10 years figuring out the same thing that some other researchers across the world have figured out. There's lots and lots of answers, but parents have to be knowledgeable about seeking them out. I have never seen a child who couldn't come to dramatic levels of healing, but it won't happen in a vacuum.
Empowered to Connect is a large initiative. It is an effort to bring about resources in multiple mediums, whether it's written articles or video or audio through the website, so that our parents have access to the types of resources and tools that they need in order to really understand these innovative approaches that will help them connect with their child and help their child become all that God has intended them to be.